Beautiful people, welcome back again to another video. If you are new in this channel, you are highly welcome. This is Queen Sharon Entertainment, a home of freedom fighters. If you haven't joined our family, join the family by hitting the red button down below on that bell notification icon, so whenever we have a new video in this same channel, you will get notified. Thank you so much for chilling in, and I love you all. So my people, I get video where we say I go drop for una make una watch, and I myself will be watching this particular video with you guys. Feel free to let me know what you think about this video after watching. Comment down below, like and share this video, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.
Mr. President, if you have a problem and say you won't talk about it, that is not the solution. So I was sent here to talk on behalf of the people of Benue Northeast, and so I must talk today. And in talking, Mr. President, I want to say that in spite of the challenges, in spite of the shortcomings, I want to beat my chest and say that as a parliament, we have taken necessary steps to do what we were sent here to come and do. No matter what whoever says, Mr. President, you read an agenda that we set for ourselves. And consciously and deliberately, as a parliament, we have taken steps to achieve some of those set objectives for ourselves. And since we came here from day one, we've been confronted with the serious issues of insecurity in this country. And what have we done? We have addressed this issue with passed resolution. This chamber set up we set up a committee headed by the leader of the Senate, and far-reaching resolutions were passed by these chambers that were sent to the executive. The fact that those actions were not taken, or rather the resolution were not implemented, is not our fault. We find ourselves in a situation where we are doing what is right for the country and for Nigerians, and the executives are refusing to implement it, and we must talk about it, Mr. President. That is not to say that we've not performed. We have. Like you've said, I've been in the House of Representatives before for a very long period of time. The issue of budget cycle from January to December was looking like a mirage. But when we came here and promised Nigerians that we're going to do that, we've been doing it for the past 2 years. That is no mean achievement. And so we as a parliament, we as a Senate, we have tried to address the fierce hopes and aspirations of Nigeria on this floor. Unfortunately, Mr. President, the executive have rather been intransigent in implementing what we pass here. And so we can't say that is our fault. We have tried. A journey of 4 years, we've done 2 years. With the bills that you mentioned here, and those that have been passed, and those that are waiting passage, and with the promise, I want to join Senator Adamu Elero, that the Electoral Act, Mr. President, that Electoral Act is the concern of each and every Nigerian, to create transparency on the electoral system. And Mr. President, when you promise, we believe that as our leader, you always fulfill that promise. Please, Mr. President, let that Electoral Act be passed with the election with the clause that deals with transmission, electronic transmission. The rumor has been that there is a deliberate attempt to remove that clause out of that Electoral Act and the card reader. Mr. President, if we pass that Electoral Act transparently with the electronic transmission and card reader, Mr. President, all Nigerians will clap for us.
Mr. President, my focus of intervention in this debate will be, just like you stated in your opening speech, in your remark, to review what we have been able to do as legislator in the last 2 years as far as the health sector is concerned. This becomes important and necessary because 15 months out of these 24 months has been a change world for everybody in this planet where we are. with the pandemic that started just barely 7 months when we came into office. It was reported in January, and in Nigeria for the first time on February 28, we had a case. This has been a defining moment for all of us, and particularly for us legislators. But Mr. President, I'm pleased to say that we have done quite well as a country, and as legislators we have contributed to what we've achieved. And as they said, statistics don't lie. Mr. President, so far in the last 15 months, Nigeria has reported only about 167,000 cases of COVID-19. This is less than 0.01 of our population. If you compare our country size, we compare our level of health infrastructures and so on, we have been able to do well to contain and maintain this. Yes, it is not good to have even one death, but we could proudly say that based on the various interventions, Nigeria only recorded about 2,117 deaths so far in the last 15 months. This is about 1.26%, what we call fatality rate. This is very small compared to what happened in many other countries. So also are other statistics. Mr. President, but what is our intervention? We have used our functions as legislator of legislation, oversight, and representation to effectively provide necessary intervention to our country. Mr. President, based on our intervention, when this pandemic came on board, this country had only 2 laboratories that can test COVID-19. As we speak now, based on legislation that we made through appropriation, we have public sector more than 100 laboratories. In every state of the country, every federal institution now has a molecular testing lab. In addition to that, NCDC has at least 2 testing labs per geopolitical zone. Mr. President, the main form of treatment for this disease was isolation. Mr. President, you will recall one of your interventions earlier is that in Abuja here, when this disease started, there was no even isolation center. But as we speak now, every state in this country has at least a 30-bed isolation center in addition to the mega isolation centers that have been built. We have done very well in other legislative agenda, particularly expanding affordable health care. This Senate passed the National Health Insurance Agency Act. This Senate was able to move basic health care provision fund to statutory allocation. And I want to summarize and say that it's not yet huru for us. We have a lot to do in the next 2 years, particularly to expand access to our people in terms of financing healthcare. I look forward to in 2022 budget, we'll be able to do better.
Thank you so much for watching that particular video. Please feel free to let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Like this video and share this video, and I will see you all in my next video. I so much appreciate those of you who always come back to support this channel. I really appreciate you all. May God Almighty reward each and every one of you. Bye.